Thank you. Today, I talk about two real-time update my client GPS logo with LiveView and GoogleMap API. And fast. About me. Uh, my name is Yuisho Takafuji. GitHub account, the high goal. Twitter account, the underbar high goal. My profession are freelance programmer and Buddhist priest. I belong to Fukuoka EX and Jodo Shinshu Higashikongan School. I don't usually speak English, so I'm sorry if I should like a Buddhist sutra. Uh, Fukuoka EX is a Japanese self-exiled community of Fukuoka Prefecture. Now some main activities online. I think Mr. Mori will talk about the Fukuoka EX in the afternoon. Uh, It is Higashikonga's temple. It is Senso's temple. Kamnarimonga is famous. Both at the temple in Asakusa. Higashikonga temple is lower left. Senso's temple is upper left. Make no mistake about it. By the way, what do you think when you read House Right? Real-time updates, match client, GPS logger with LiveView and GoogleMap API. What? Don't worry if you won't understand. I'll explain it to you now. It is this docket overview of this system. This figure shows two components. One has GPS logger client speech and GPS signal to server. The other is GPS logger viewing client server system, which displays the transmit GPS signals on Google Maps. I implement both, but I'll mainly talk about the latter. This slide shows communication between the client, including the logger, and the viewer and the server. First, we focus on communication between the loggers and the server on the left side. This is compressed over HTTP PostgreSQL with a Next, we focus on the communication between server and the viewer on the right side. Each view thus shows the location of the logger sends an HTTP GET request and receives the response. But this implementation has an issue. Even when a logger posts its location, the viewer isn't notified it, so the screen isn't updated. And then the following actions are required. Post-date, reload, post-date, reload. Listener? No. Page loading is nonsense. Now, such a real-time system usually adopts a single-page application framework with Ajax, asynchronous virtual DOM manipulation with JavaScript. Let's show the typical SPA process. First, receive HTTP response from the server. Next, send HTTP request with Ajax when a user clicks some item. Last, receive gadget callback and manipulate DOM core parser DOM. The manipulation is usually implemented by React, Vue, and so on in JavaScript. I don't want to write much JavaScript. Is anything good? That's just the right one. LiveView. LiveView provides rich real-time user experience with server-rendered HTML. Sounds good. Use LiveView to implement real-time updates. Let's summarize the stocks offer. First, multiple GPS logger sender to server. Second, multiple client can see the verification data on the map at the same time. Last, appliance such application with LiveView and GoogleMap API. Now, in as words, written update, match client, GPS logger with LiveView and GoogleMap API is GoogleMap Application that reflects GPS state from multiple devices in real time. As content. Impact is more important rather than clarity. Next, expected applications. Let's break and monitor the map. The move the rock is displayed. Focus on device on the map by clicking on its name in the sidebar. Second member location can parallel with navigation when moving a group. Do you want to make like this? Let's do it. Implement with LiveView and GoogleMap API. Overview of the architecture. Let's begin shows for components. Local device authentication, application and database, publisher subscriber, update multiple clients at the same time. To have? No. Now, Thanks already have LiveView pops up and process. This makes it easy, real-time, and much client. Of course, authentication is easy. Let's try to the component in order. Authentication. This application is two types authentication required. One is user authentication for browser. Use PHSN-OS. PHSN-OS is an authentication system generator for Phoenix. Other is token authentication for API. Let's a little tweak to PHSN-OS 5. Implement an authentication API and the pipeline. Authentication using here. LiveView provides rich real-time user experience with several engagements. Also, LiveView has reactive-like experience detection currently rendered. LiveView can be implemented in Elixir with minimal use of this, which can provide a rich user experience. Testing, of course, is also Elixir, not test. LiveView function use this application. Using browse-free function, push underbar event, push event, handle event. LiveView using here. Browser. Browser provides built-in publisher subscriber service. Subscriber is message receiver from subscribing topic. Publisher is message sender to subscribing topic. Browser function uses this application using browse-to function. Subscribe function is subscribe to the event by specifying a topic ID web monitoring review page. Broadcast function is broadcast queues to topic ID and executes a function waiting in handle window. Browser using here. Process. Phoenix presents is a feature which allows you to register process information at peak and replicate it transparently across a cluster, such as list users who are currently online. Show message like "Hi typing" Present function is list applications, present track, present list, present update, present get by key. Presence using here. Implementation and integration. What topic implementation is each project, authentication, render Google Map and LiveView, integration, GPS client, and demo. Each project. This project uses Flex version 1.6. Makes PSX new, change directory, makes export. Create API and context. Makes PHX Johnson, logouts, maps. Makes PHX schema, logouts, point. Makes text migrate. I will display code from now on. I won't read two things. One is not a big deal. Other is have a small number line. Add list and create method to logger.ex. Add create point API. Add endpoint. Authentication. Generate authentication. Make special gain all scans users. Make steps get. Make text migrate. Only this. Now let's see if this was really enough. Click register. Input email. Input passport. Submit. Register. It's cool. Now API authentication. This one is not particularly difficult either. Just create one authentication API and one pipeline. Add authentication API. Receive email and password. Get user by email and password. Generate token and encode base64. Add view file. I'll just done the token. Pipeline. Add pipeline to user.ex file. Get authorization parameter from header. Pattern match, bearer, and token. Get user by token. Assign user. Add API scope to router. Let's see if we did it right. User login. Return token. Request without token. Return unauthorized. Request with token. Return dead. Render Google Map. Add Google Map and generate LiveView file. npm install Google Map loader and make specific right, no context, no schema. Add root. Maps to pass to require authentication user scope. Create JS profile. Get Google Map API key. And create a Google Map object with an interpolation and zoom factor. Set it in a window so that other function can access it. Set hooks. Import hook. Set right socket parameter. Now set hooks to temperate part on starting. For things drawn by JS, like SVG on canvas, created calculate given so that it will not be changed to LiveView. Also, an ID required when setting JS group. Set map height and expand max width. GoogleMap renders. Okay, now you are ready. Integration. Implement step 5. JPEG Roga Viewer will start sparkling to speak. JPEG Roga client post-location there to application. Roga application broadcast to subscribe Big Viewer. Viewer showing map update. Roga application update JPEG Roga client location data. JPEG Roga Viewer starts subscribing to the speak. Start subscription code. Add one line. JPEG Roga client post-application there to application with authentication token. Log application broadcast to specific viewer. Only sent. Received application not yet. Broadcast code. Actually, one line out. Paths are too easy. JPEG Roga viewer showing map update. Exercise. This is a function to execute when broadcast is received. Send message JSON with location date. JSON. This is a JS function that will be executed when a message is received from LiveView. Create markup with received location date. Add markup to map and window. 3 devices synchronized on the browser. Upper browser, subscribe map 1 to pick. Under browser, subscribe map 2 to pick. Smartphone browser, subscribe map 1 to pick. Receive broadcast, update only grants that subscribe to map 1 to pick. Download for premium update on Rush client. One more thing. Log application update, JPEG log client application date. Implement the 6 components. Set presence, implement 3 utility functions, modify LiveView mount process, present track state, present update, present div. Grant presence, PHS then presence, and add to supervisor. Implement presence 3 utility function. Accept metadata, list presence, update presence. The code looks like this. Next, modify LiveView mount process. Presence track, location there create for Google Map. Assign presence state, push pen to JSON with location data. Presence track start. Check presence list empty while exist. Get this map related point. Group by device ID, its location date, present track start. This slide shows the flow of the mount process when the first user access a page. When first user access, call present the setwork function. Setwork function executes DB calling, track or device, and then present state. When scanned user access, not call present that setwork function, because the present data is already created by the first user access. Presence update. When you receive the broadcast, check if it is a new device and update or add. Presence diff. This callback is called when presence track or presence update is run. Notify subscribed devices or changes throughout. Show presence state. Here's a code to display the data of the assigned presence. It's just a plain and ordinary for statement. Let's see how it actually appears count changes in LiveView. No device 1 tracking start, appear. Device 2 tracking start, appear. Oh, changing. Okay, good. Client implements. They can be implemented with the following 5 technologies. Firstly, geolocation API. Next, Swiss co-allocation. Moreover, React Native exploration. Furthermore, Flutter background geolocation. The last, enables security with GPS module. They are not so recap. This shows branch application implement common process. First, sign and get token. Yes, get map ID with token. Receive GPS data from library or hardware. Last, post GPS data with token. Now let's talk about each implementation. Smartphone. Longest React Native JavaScript. Framework export. Location library exploration. Map library React Native maps. HTTP request Arceus. Easy to implement, but if you actually try to use it, you need to implement your navigation system. So it is not good enough. This is Mozart version of the previous application. You can use LiveView to display LiveView page in your application. Client side, open WebView with authorization header token. Server side, new session create with token and redirect LiveView page. Client side, WebView render LiveView page. Nervous. Language, Elixir, framework, Nervous. Location library, circuit, UART with registry, count GPS module. HTTP request, HTTP poison. Now this queries are based on Yamberry's repository. Thank you, Yamberry. I surveying for the last time in 15 years. Too hard. Now, I had just sampled, so it was easier than I expected. But need to add tracking, stop button, count display. Also, you need battery and Wi-Fi to actually use it. Apple Watch. Language Swift. Framework Swift UI. location library qualification, HTTP request, URL session. That's it. Wearable, Bluetooth personal area network, touchable UI. So this is the most practical, but sweet. Organize and bounce to viewer demo. Numbers are already static. Focus on view log, device to start tracking start, appear, focus on, display logging, device to start. Logging black line. Next, LiveView page. Good. Okay. Oh, this is runtime update by GPU program with LiveView and GoogleMap API. How was it? I found being easier than expected. Today's code is called GitHub. The approach code is only a code fragment for security reasons. So if you want it to work, create a new project and copy and paste it. Thank you very much.